All right, somebody suggested, why don't you do a video of the Kaspa chart? So that's what I'm going to do right here. And just keep in mind, this is for entertainment only. This is not investment advice. I can draw these lines on charts, but you have to draw your own conclusions from your own research and your own due diligence. And because we're talking about a market that is dominated for the most part by MEXC, we're talking about a market that I don't think is really terribly open and honest. I do think that that MEXC is trading against their clientele. So that said, let's take a look and let's see if we can make a little bit of sense out of this chart. First thing I want to say is, please, when you look at a Kaspa chart or a Bitcoin chart, or for that matter, any chart, please look on a logarithmic scaled chart. If you look at how this goes in a parallel channel so far, that is a thing of beauty until you go to an arithmetic chart, at which point it makes no sense. There is no way you can look at this chart and make lines work. It just cannot be done. And I can go into a long description of why that is. Suffice it to say that people tend to buy and sell based upon percentage gain or loss. They don't buy because something goes up $1. They don't sell because something goes up $1. They sell because something goes up 20%. Whether it's something that's $1 that goes to $1.20, or it's something that's $10,000 that goes to $12,000. People make decisions based more upon percentage gain because that's where people are emotionally driven to either buy or sell. It's based on percentages. Okay, so here is the chart. The main thing I want you to see here is we had an inverted head and shoulders pattern back here in October. When that broke out, we had, I'm going to have pop-ups. TradingView just keeps doing these pop-ups, so just deal with it. I'll try to knock them down as soon as they appear. So you had an inverted head and shoulders pattern that had a target that was actually going to be up around 1/3 of a cent, but it exceeded that, and actually by a factor of about 3. So we ended up here just under a penny. Then we consolidated for about 3.5 months. Guess what? We made another inverted head and shoulders pattern that had a target up around 0.02, about 2 cents. It exceeded that. We end up at over 4 cents. Then we start this pullback. It looks to me right now that maybe we are forming yet another inverted head and shoulders pattern. And we'll zoom in on it. I'm not saying it is right now, but I'm saying so far everything is consistent with that. There's a difference between, because when you say something is consistent with, it means so far there's nothing that says it's not that. So, and here we are looking at the feature I want you to see here is this symmetrical triangle. This triangle broke out this past week. What day was that? Was that Wednesday? Was it 26th? In fact, yeah, that was Wednesday when that was my birthday. So anyway, that pattern broke out, and with that breakout, we have a target based upon the height of the pattern. And I'm not going all the way back here. I'm being a little conservative. Going to this area here on the 19th, that's where the height of the pattern is. We measure the point of the breakout, and that takes us to an expected target of 0.036755. What's interesting about that is that if we make that target, then that means we will get above this purple line. And getting above that purple line, if it follows this general path, would mean not only are we looking at a triangle that broke out and will have reached its target, but we also will be looking at another inverted head and shoulders pattern that will have broken out, and its target is significantly higher than just this triangle. As a matter of fact, I don't even think I have enough room on this chart. Let's do a trend line. We're going to measure from the neckline down to, I'm not going to go to that extreme, oh come on. I'm not going to go to that extreme low on the MEXC scam candle. Go away! I don't want to trade Forex. So anyway, there is basically the height of that pattern. We would look at where we might break out, and let's say it follows this. Let's say it follows this curve. Where does that go off the chart? I don't know. I can't see it. There we go. That would give us a target of right at a nickel. Okay? Now, remember, the last two inverted head and shoulders patterns exceeded their targets. The first one by a factor of 4, by a factor of 3, the second one by a factor of 2, and we do have a trend line up here, this purple line, that would give us some headroom, again, if we make that breakout and we start that move upwards. So just something to consider. But the thing that is sort of looming right now in the chart is the fact that we had a breakout from this triangle, we had a pullback, and by the way, the pullback was almost exactly to the apex of that triangle. And you see, when we had the pullback, let's look at things on, let's say, a 15-minute chart. You can see that we pulled back in an almost perfect parallel channel. As ugly as it was to experience in retrospect, it was fairly well contained. Then we broke out this morning, and now it looks like we are in the process of back testing that breakout perhaps. You know, we could come down and tag this line again. What you want to look for if we do that, you want to see, do we then rally and start to head up? And if we do so and set a high that is higher than the high that we've had so far today, then I would say that is confirmation that we have broken out from that descending channel, and in all likelihood are headed back up to test what the chart would tell us is known resistance, and that would be up here at that purple neckline in our possible inverted head and shoulders pattern. So anyway, there you have it. Now look, why did I do this? Well, I'm not stupid, and I'm not proud. If you got something out of this, in the video description on YouTube, I am posting an address for Kaspa. And if you say, hey Jim, I appreciate you taking the effort to do this and to try to help me understand what's going on, well, need I say more? But until next time I do this, thanks for taking a look at it, and I hope that this makes things a bit more understandable. And I hope you enjoyed me playing whack-a-mole with these trading view pop-ups too. That was a lot of fun. Take care. Thanks for watching.